Hey guys, I have good news for you. I'm here to tell you that you have to stop searching for ways to make money online. I have the solution to your problem. So please, watch the video and you'll understand why.
Hey, so today I want to talk about Russell Brunson. If you don't know who he is, you need to. He's literally changed millions of lives all across the country of people that have watched his live streams with Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, just an amazing, amazing guy in the digital marketing space, helping businesses offline and online grow and reach new potentials with his software ClickFunnels, with the One Funnel Away Challenge, and with his 3 books that he's got. He's got another one coming out, and I'm gonna drop a link for a free book. If you watch this video today, I want you to get the chance to have a free book called Traffic Secrets, and that's gonna be in the description of this video. So make sure you check that out, make sure you pre-order the video. All you gotta do is pay for shipping, and that's on me. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna show you a little bit about Russell Brunson, show you how he's changing lives all over the world and how he's inspired and changed my business. So I want to play a short clip for you guys of Funnel Hacking Live and some of the event stuff that goes on and just Russell speaking so you can understand who he is, what makes him different, and why what he's doing is so special in our community of digital marketing and business growth online. So go ahead and check it out. We're going to roll right into it.
The ClickFunnels is not something that creates businesses. That's not what we do. What we do is we are a tool and a training platform to help your business go faster. Every good thing in my life happened because there's an entrepreneur who took a risk, who did something that didn't make a lot of sense, to put themselves out there to change everything for somebody else. Okay, the thing that makes us entrepreneurs weird, while the majority of the world is trying to get rid of responsibility, entrepreneurs look at something and say, that is a problem. That's my problem. It's not my responsibility, but I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna figure out a way to solve this problem. That's what makes entrepreneurs different. I want you to understand, when you really look at it and say, look, my business is a calling. I've been called from something higher. It's called me to do this. I'm here, placed on this earth to serve other people. When you look at it through that lens, everything else becomes easier. Okay, when you look at I'm trying to figure out how to make more money for myself, business becomes harder. When you look at it from this lens, life becomes so much easier. There's no way I would have 5,000 people in Nashville, Tennessee in January here if I was trying to make a bunch of money on this. Okay, I believe my message so much. That's why you keep talking about it over and over and over and over and over again. So we're consistent with it. And that's why you guys are here today. I was like, oh my gosh, I just need to sell stuff on the internet. And so that started this thing about the time my wife and I were getting ready to get married, and I was trying to sell stuff, and I was selling all sorts of different things. I remember initially I thought maybe it's eBay, people make money on eBay, and I remember driving to the thrift store, buying everything that I could find that I thought was worth value, and then on my bike with grocery sacks full of crap, driving my bike back home, and I remember about a Michael Jackson record, because I'm dude, records are so old, this has got to be worth hundreds of dollars. I ended up selling it for 13 cents on eBay. So depressed. Anyway, and all these things, and I was boxing them, and I was shipping these things out, and when all said and done, I think I made $40 or $50, but my costs were $150, $200, and it was I was going trying to find boxes to box all these weird things I bought, and it was just a horrible thing. And I'm sitting at the post office with 18 different boxes of weird things, records and all these things. And there's this dude standing there with a big, huge box full of CDs, hundreds and hundreds of CDs. And I'm here with a wheelbarrow full of odd boxes. I'm dude, what are you selling? He's oh, I sell information products. I was what does that mean? He's all these CDs have info burden on them. People pay me and I ship them a CD. I'm these are the same CDs. Yeah, I have a CD burner, I just burn them. And then I put them in these things and I send them out. So are you kidding me? They're all the same size. I could buy one box and just it'd be so much easier. And so that's when we started talking about information products. I was I didn't know that was even a thing. And so I got all excited about information products. So I started Googling stuff and started learning about how information products. And I ended up finding this CD. It was a CD that had 8,000 coloring book pages for kids. And the guy was selling it. So I emailed him. I was dude, this CD's cool. I was can I buy the rights from the CD so I want to sell it? And he was I've never done that before, but sure, for $200 I'll sell you the rights and you can sell it too. I'm oh, sweet. So I gave him $200 I didn't have, and he gave me the rights, and he had the CD, and then basically all I do is I had to burn it on a CD burner, and I could mail it out as many times as I wanted. And he had a big long sales letter he let me use, so I put his sales letter up, and I started trying things. And what was cool is I started making sales, not a lot, every other week we make a sale for $20. And then I'd go burn a CD and I put it in an envelope and I ship it out. And I was just like, this is so cool. Like information products became like the thing. And I was trying to figure out how that whole thing worked. And that's why I started bumping into people like Yannick Silver and all these different internet marketing gurus and watching what they were doing selling information products. And I was just hooked at that point. I was buying resale rights to other people's products. And I was selling these things. And I remember I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a way where when I sent this file, this digital file to somebody, if when they first open it, instead of just getting the file, they would see an ad for my product, and then they see the file. And I was like, that was my first light bulb. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, it's like zipping a file, but you'd zip it and they'd be branded, so when they open it, they'd see your ad first. I was like, this is I thought it was it. Like, that is my idea. This is gonna change the world as we know it, right? And so I bought zipbrander.com, and I remember Armin Morin at the time was one of the guys I was studying, and I was just like, Armin is so cool. Like, every one of his sites looked very similar. They were so cool. And I'm looking, and Armin's site, he had a big header graphic with his picture, like his arm folded with a suit coat on. I was like, oh, dude, that's what I need. So I got a picture of me folding my arms in a suit coat. And he had this header, and so I had a header looked just like his. His was always e-cover generator, and so I was ZipBrander looked identical. And then this is where my funnel hacking started. So he had this big long sales letter. I'm like, that looks weird, but Armin's doing it, so I'm gonna do it. So I looked at his sales letter, I wrote my own based on that. And then I was like, how do I create this? I didn't know that. And so my first thought is oh, well, I should just become a computer engineer. That'd be the coolest thing. I want to make software. So I switched my major to computer information systems so I could learn how to code, right? It was about the time the semester was changing. So I get to class the first day, and teacher gets up there and starts talking about code and databases and all these things, structures. And I was sitting there oh crap. I have no idea what he's talking about, not even a little bit. And within about 15 seconds, I realized that I'm not a coder and never will be a coder. Couldn't even understand. I thought I was a Spanish class or something, and I'm just I don't even know what he's saying. But I didn't know how to change my major again, and so I just kind of stayed in it. And in a little while, I kind of got depressed. I'm like, well, that was my one idea. I guess I can't do it. And then I remember I was listening to a teleseminar. I was on a wrestling tournament. We were driving to California. It was a 16-hour drive. And I downloaded it was pre-iPods. It was this little tape player thing, a whole bunch of teleseminars Armin had done. And I'm listening to these things in the back of the car where all the other wrestlers are partying and having fun and listening to music. And I was listening to these seminars, and they were totally making fun of me the whole, if you meet any of the wrestling buddies, they relentlessly made fun of me the entire trip. You're such a nerd, you're never gonna make any money. I'm like, no, I swear I will. So I'm listening to these things the whole way, and in one of these things, 22 hours into this thing I'm listening to, Armin says yeah, I don't code software. I go to this, at the time it was called Scriptlance. I go to Scriptlance and I pay guys in Romania and India really hardly anything to build stuff. And I was like, Armin's not a programmer? I thought he was a programmer. There are people in India that can do this? So I went to, literally that night, jump on Scriptlance, and actually prior to that, I tried to hire a company to do it, and they quoted me $5,000. I was like, okay, well, I don't have that. And so I took the same description I'd given these guys, and I posted it on Scriptlance, and instantly I got all these people started bidding on it. One guy was like, I'll do it for 5,000, I'll do it for 2,000, for 1,000, for 500, and it came down all the way down to this guy named Cyprian in Romania said, I'll do it for $20. I was like, I got $20. So I picked him, and he's like, all right, so this is how I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but just do it. So he did, spent 2 or 3 days, sends it back. He's like, here it is. So I tried it, and I zipped a file, and I opened it, and my ad showed up. And I was like, you did it! Oh my gosh! And he's like, yeah, thanks for the $20. I was like, no, this is gonna be huge. I'm gonna make millions of dollars. I feel guilty giving you $20. Can I pay you an extra 100? And he was like, yeah. So I gave him $100, and I felt good about it. And that was my very first software product I ever did. And it didn't make me millions. I probably made, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 grand with that product. It was the first one I had. I had a sales letter, started driving traffic. I was doing Google ads. I was finding JV product, all these things. And I started selling it. And that was the first thing that actually made me any money. Is that exciting? I didn't have a job, and she was probably gonna wanna eat sometimes. And I was like, well, what do I do? I don't know. Let me try a whole bunch of stuff. I started doing a whole bunch of things and studying and reading and learning. And all of a sudden I started finding these things that cause interest. And those things I started geeking out on and started going deeper and deeper till that interest became a passion. And the more fascinated I got, and the more fun it got. And that's where this journey begins. That's how you get the spark and you start to grow, okay? Something interesting happens when you take a spark and you get it around other people's sparks, other people who are already on fire. So you ever grab your phones out and get them out, turn your camera on really quick. I want you guys to see this. If I want to turn my spark into a fire, to an inferno, I gotta find other people. Look around you guys, look behind you. You find other people and you get your sparks together, it starts growing, right? If I take my spark to a fire, It can't help but grow, am I right? And that's why we're here today, to help you guys take your spark and to light it on fire. I tell people all the time, like, my role in this whole game is to get you guys so excited and so passionate about the marketing of your business that whatever business you're in, you'll be able to run with it.
In my opinion, Russell Brunson is the best digital marketing expert in the country, and not because he's a digital marketing expert, because he is an expert in one specific niche, and that's funnels. So if you want to learn how to build a funnel, there's no better resource than Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. He's got an incredible amount of knowledge, an incredible amount of wisdom. If you get the chance to ever see him speak, I highly recommend it. You'll be polarized, you'll be blown away. Definitely go check out the ClickFunnels, the funnel hacking live events that he does. Just an amazing guy. I've gotten the chance to meet him a couple times now, and he's just totally changed my life, and I know he's changed millions of other people's lives. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and definitely check out the next video, because I got a lot of great stuff here on this channel. And make sure you watch some of the other videos, because I've been sharing content now for a very long time. There's a lot of great resources here for you to learn from and to be able to pick up knowledge to be able to help you grow your business as well in other areas that Russell doesn't talk about. So thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and as always, keep looking up.